Hey everyone, Courtney here from rulebreakersclub.com, and we're going to talk about pop-up services, pop-up offers, how to create a quick promotion for your business this fall. And this is honestly a strategy that you can use, and I recommend adding to your promotion plan for your business for the next 12 months for 2018. Whoever's thinking ahead like that, this is a good thing to add to that strategy list to create some more consistent revenue for you. So the strategy I'm going to outline right now, the goal is to help you to earn an extra $2,000 to $5,000. So I know a lot of us depend on one stream of income or two streams of income, and maybe you have an evergreen service and you're constantly waiting for clients to find you. Maybe you're in feast or famine mode. Maybe you get a great client and then you get really busy working with that client and you forget to go market your services to new clients. And also the holidays are upon us. We're in quarter 4 of the year. Holy crap. And what that means is this is the quarter where people most want a vacation. They're most excited about revving up and making those goals that you set for yourself happen for the year. This is when people tend to make the most money in their businesses in quarter 4. It's when salespeople have their best sales, and it's not just because of the holidays, it's because all those goals you set for yourself in January 2017, can you believe it? We're already in October. I'm like kind of in shock right now. It's time. It's time to make those things happen. So for those of you who are here, I know we've got about 4 people here. I would love for you to tell me in the chat, what is your big, let me think, because I don't necessarily need you to share your revenue numbers, but what amount of money would you love to add on top of the icing, like icing on the cake for your revenue goal for this year? So given where you're at right now, what would be like just a great little amount to throw on top and you'd feel really great about your revenue numbers for this year? And you can put that in the comments, or you can write it down for yourself, because I think it's great to make that declaration. When you write your goals down, you're more likely to make them happen. It makes them more real. And I'm going to give you a strategy today. This is going to be pretty quick. I'm going to give you 4 steps to creating a pop-up promotion. And I also wanted to let you know that at the end of October, from the 24th to the 26th, I'm hosting a 3-day live masterclass workshop, virtual workshop, all about how to use this pop-up strategy. So Desiree says an extra $6,000 would be awesome. Yeah, that's great, Desiree. Thank you for sharing as well. I'm going to help you to do that. So depending on where your business is right now, this strategy, I always tell people it'll help you make an extra $2,000 to $5,000. But if you have a bigger audience, you have, more momentum, you can definitely make more than that. But wherever you are, it's going to help you to make more money from your business this fall. Hey, Lindsay. Okay, so live workshops later this year. If you go over to rulebreakersclub.com/workshops, I'm going to make sure not to click the finish button, because it looks like the send button for my comment, and then I end up finishing the chat. Okay, so Rule Breakers Club /workshops. I'm actually hosting 2 separate live master classes. So these are not webinars, these are paid workshops. I wanted to create something that is much bigger and more in-depth than just a simple webinar or live broadcast, but not quite as scary as, or intense or overwhelming as doing a full e-course. So we're really excited to be offering this. I don't see a lot of people in my space anywhere, my industry, doing things like this. And I'm hoping this makes these strategies a little bit more accessible to you. So I'm going to break down the pop-up service overall strategy with you right now. And then if you want to dive deeper into that, you want the full-on strategy, you want my one-on-one advice, well, one-to-many, but I'm going to be asking or letting you ask me your personal questions and giving you personal feedback on your pop-up services, your strategy, making sure it's solid and you have a marketing plan. We'll be giving you email templates. I'll be giving you like pop-up service ideas for more than 50 different industries, which you can just, I've got to fly here, which you can just steal and plug into your business. So that's where you can find the details for that. So let's dive into doing a pop-up service. There's a couple of reasons why you might want to implement a pop-up strategy or pop-up promotion strategy into your business. The first one is that it's a great way to earn some extra money. it's a great way to do something a little bit different from what you normally do and everyone already knows you for. And Lindsay said, is this one isolated lesson from your bigger courses? Yes and no. Yes, and it goes a little bit deeper into that. So in my course, we teach pop-up services as a testing strategy for how to test your signature service ideas. And we go really deep into that. And then obviously you can use that as a promotion. In this one, we're going to talk about using it as and this is really in alignment with what the 2 reasons why you want to do one. We're going to talk a little bit more about how to use it as a promotion strategy for generating extra income for your business. So there's lots and lots of overlap, but the angle and positioning of this workshop is a little bit different. So it's a really good question, Lindsay. Okay, so the first reason you would want to do a strategy like this is to generate that extra income. Like Desiree said, she wants an extra $6,000 for her business. That would be like great icing on the 2017 cake. For any of you who have joined me, what I want you to do is just write down how much extra money would you feel if you earned that in the next 3 months or before the end of the year. You would feel like, oh, that's so great. I'm so happy about that. And what I want to teach you is the strategy for how to do that with the pop-up service strategy. And then the second reason you would want to do a pop-up service strategy is to test an idea that you have. So maybe you have an inkling or an idea, or you've been asked about something and you don't want to go full blown into like developing a whole course or signature service around it. You just want to test it and see if people bite. So that's the second reason why you'd want to do a pop-up service strategy. And you can do both at the same time, right? You can be testing your idea and making money. You can be making money and validating an idea. And it's a great way to test the waters of an idea without going full on. And this is exactly how I tested my signature service, Sales Page CPR, started as a pop-up service. And these live workshops and hey, Janet, I see that you joined, and long time no see. These live masterclass workshops that I'm doing end of October, beginning of November are pop-up services in and of themselves. So you can kind of watch how I'm doing that. I'm literally using the same exact strategy. Yes, yes. Lindsay says 5 to 10K would be great. Pay for another course maybe. Yeah, so this will definitely work for you there. Okay, so the first thing you need to do to plan your pop-up promo for this fall is to pick a really, really, really specific problem that you want to solve. So pop-up services need to be like one specific quick fix pain point that people have that maybe isn't something you'd want to do as a full-blown service because maybe it's kind of a small problem. So one idea that someone brought up in my course CA for Clients was helping people to set up a system for gathering testimonials for their business. Now, that is a really, really, really specific pain point that people have that's also really valuable, but I don't know if I'd be willing to spend like $5,000 on that, right? Like maybe some people would, but I don't know if I'd be willing to do that. But I would be willing to pay someone a few $100s to help me to solve that problem and help me to implement a system because I can see the value in getting those regular testimonials for my business. So that's step number one, is pick a really specific problem. And a way to find that problem is something your audience has already been asking you about that you don't offer. That's how I started doing sales pages. Everyone kept asking me, can you look at my sales page? Can you look at my sales page? I'm like, I don't do that. I write them from scratch. And then I realized, maybe I should test the waters with this sales page revamp idea. And I did. People freaking loved it. So I developed a signature service around doing that. It can also just be something you have an inkling about, you have an intuitive hit, like, I think people need this, but you need to validate that idea first, and that would be a great idea for a pop-up service. Okay, so the first step is to pick a really specific problem. The second step is to package up your mini service for solving this problem. And the reason why I'm going with service in that product is because we want our pop-up offers to be really quick to market. We don't want these to be things that we have to spend hours and hours and hours developing. We want this to be something that's easy to implement, easy to do. And services are much easier to do than products, so you don't have to go into that product development phase. So that's step number two, is just to package up that solution and make sure it's really clear what is included in this package. This isn't the time to add all the bells and whistles. This is the time to make it really simple because you want your pop-up offer to be really easy to say yes to. It'll help you to get way more sales. Step number three is the most important. This is the key to making the pop-up offer work. You have to have genuine, authentic scarcity around your offer. The whole point of the pop-up offer is that it's only available for a limited time. I keep snapping because that's how I feel. It's like the energy of the pop-up offer. It has to be available for a limited time for a limited number of people, because you have to give people a very, very, very no-brainer, compelling reason to say yes. Now, for example, the live workshops we're doing, so we're doing the pop-up promo workshop at the end of October, and then we're doing a Name Your Shit live class on November 1st. And I never do anything like this. I don't let people work with me unless it's in one of my, well, essentially right now, only in Yay for Clients can you really get one-on-one help from me. And that's an e-course that's $1,000 at this point. So this is the only way that people are going to be able to get access to my personal feedback and implementing these strategies without enrolling in something like Yay for Clients. So number one, that makes it a no-brainer. They're super affordable workshops. They're only available for a limited time. And if you miss it, you miss it. That's it. So that's the third step, is you have to add that genuine, authentic scarcity. Most important key element of this. It can't be something that's evergreen, or it's not a pop-up. You've heard of pop-up shops, right, guys? Like, it's here for a week, you better come and buy stuff or it's gone. There's a reason people do that. It's because it creates that compelling reason for people to go and decide now. It's so, so, so important for marketing and sales. All right. Step number four is you've got to tell people about it. You've got to market that pop-up service. You've got to market that strategy. So you've got to send emails, do social media, wherever your audience is. Maybe you email people privately and personally to let them know about it. If you don't have a big audience yet, if you know people who would be a great fit, make sure to go tell them about it. And you've got to make sure you're doing that during the duration that your pop-up offer is available. Now, at our live workshop on this, and again, you can find those, I put the link, it's at rulebreakersclub.com/workshops. I'm going to give you not only like ideas for pop-up services in like 50 different industries. So I've been brainstorming every industry of anyone who's ever come across my business and what kind of pop-up services would work for them. And you can literally steal these ideas and plug them in as your pop-up offers. I'm also going to be giving you email templates and marketing templates for marketing your pop-up service so that you can implement that, because that's the number one thing I get asked about. And I know it's the thing that is so frustrating for you. Lindsay says, Cheetos had a pop-up fancy restaurant for a few weeks in New York. That's really funny, right? And so it creates that hoopla, right? It creates a hoopla, it's one of my favorite words, around what you're doing. So I want to make this, again, I want you to look at what we're doing here for our pop-up offer, which are these live workshops, and making it a no-brainer. They're super affordable. I'm giving you exactly what you want. I'm helping you implement a strategy that everybody's been asking about. I know a lot of people have heard now of the pop-up service, and they try to do it and it doesn't quite work out because they're missing some of these things. They don't follow these 4 steps. They don't create an offer that people definitely are craving and want to buy. They don't know what marketing materials to send. And so if you're missing any of these steps, it's not necessarily going to work. Like, it might by chance, but we want to make sure that yours is definitely going to work so that you can make that extra income. Okay, so those are the 4 steps. Again, if you want to register for the live workshops, there's 2 of them. So today I've been talking to you a lot about the pop-up service one, which is going to be a live class on Tuesday, October 24th. So there's a 90-minute live class where I'm going to teach you the full pop-up service strategy from start to finish. You're going to have an action workbook, which is going to be your homework for Wednesday, October 25th. So that day you're going to need to spend about 2 to 3 hours going through that workbook. It's going to help you to plot and plan your entire pop-up service strategy. Even if you're not planning on doing this fall, I want you to go through the process so that on Thursday, what we're going to do is tweak and refine and fill in any gaps and make sure that you feel 100% confident, or at least 90% confident implementing your pop-up service, so that even if you're going to do it in January or in 2018, you'll have all the pieces to plug in, and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have about your pop-up offer. So that's the pop-up service, pop-up promo workshop in October. And then on November 1st, we're hosting a second workshop called Name Your Shit Live. So on November 1st, there's going to be a morning workshop where I'll go over the whole name your shit process. So this is great for if you want to name your pop-up service, if you want to name your business, any parts of your business, like maybe your signature process, you want to come up with a great name for that. Maybe your book, maybe it's your offers, your services, your products, whatever it is, I'm going to teach you that process for coming up with the perfect name for those things. And then I'll give you a nice long lunch break. It'll be a creative lunch break. We actually go and, again, have that workbook, go through the process of brainstorming a name for your new thing that you're trying to find a name for and have probably been thinking about for months and months and months, praying that the right thing comes up, and it doesn't necessarily. And then the afternoon, I'm going to help you to refine those names. So as a group, whoever's there, we're going to give you feedback. We're going to help you to come up with the perfect name for that offer. So Lindsay says, I own the Name Your Shit kit. Is the workshop going to still be helpful? Yeah. So the Name Your Shit kit will be included. It's going to be that whole process. The point of this isn't just to give you the process. It's about that live brainstorming element and getting that feedback from me as well as the rest of the group. So yes, you can have the Name Your Shit kit and you can use that. But what a lot of people need is that validation, that feedback, making sure that it's exactly the right thing, helping you go through that process and make sure you are using it correctly. So that's what you're going to get out of the Name Your Shit live workshop. Now, you can enroll in either of these workshops separately because I know some people just want to have one. So maybe you just want to do the pop-up service promo workshop, and then maybe you just want to do the Name Your Shit live. So either way, each one of those is $97 for the live workshop. And then we decided we'll let you also enroll in both of them at the same time and give you a bit of a discount. So if you enroll in both of them, it's just going to be $147. These workshops are valued at about $500 a piece, but I wanted, again, to make this a no-brainer for you. I wanted to do something that's a deeper dive than my webinars, which have hundreds of people in them and lots of chatting, and we can't necessarily work one-on-one with people. It's more about here's the content, Q&A, that's it. Here, I really want to make myself available for you to answer your questions about these very specific strategies. These are two of the things I get asked about more than anything else. They're two of the things that I know people struggle with more than anything else, and so that's why we picked these topics for our pop-up workshops, our live workshops that we're hosting. Again, you can go over to rulebreakersclub.com/workshops to sign up. And I hope to see you there. I'm really excited about that. And thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I'll see you next time.